Okay, greetings once again. Greetings once again. Today I'm in my backyard again here, high up in the hills above Batcave, North Carolina. This is a tongue drum right here. It's basically an instrument that can't really be tuned like a marimba, but it's sort of the same thing. If you hit like the big one, it's kind of a bass sound. The little one it's got just six notes, but it's not like do, re, mi. It's not like a westernized tune. At freedomsong.net is my website. If you go there and you click on percussionist, that explains how I play. And then on the right hand side in the middle it says get evaluated on your ability. And that's a free thing that I do for the community, is analyze drummers to find out what kind of teacher, because I've seen so many kids that, like in the Jackson Browne song, it says they're teaching you how to walk and you're already on the run. And that applies to music. Kids will go to percussion school and they'll quit because they've got what innate ability and they're just way more advanced than starting out at regular. Everybody seems to be overly always trying to practice. And some kids, it's just like they've already got the rhythm down. So I devised a method, much like the blog I showed you about when I went to California and I was with the African players. It sort of came from that feeling of that you'll see on the other blog. So basically, if you took the drumsticks in your hand, these are like things, and you did what they call a drum roll, which would be some kids can do that immediately. Older folks that never had an Alzheimer's patient, 85 years old, that did that the very first time at 85 years old, just from watching me. She was full-blown Alzheimer's and she did that beat, and her daughter told me she never touched the stick all her life. Some kids have to start with the elementary, which is 1 2 1 2, as slow as they need to do. Some kids, have to crawl before they walk. Now, eventually you're going to get to 1 2 1 2 1 2 1, which okay. So I have taken kids. Now, if kids only can go 1 2 to start, my first question is, what do you consider percussion to be? Because the word percussion is different for different people. And what you define as a definition is how I would approach. And the second question is, why that particular instrument? Because you might be playing it for reasons that aren't really valid, like because your cousin plays. You might want to play an instrument really, really good. It's like you have to have a strong desire of why that instrument. Now, percussion to me is just adding sounds. I hear music. I'm an improvisational player. Some people like African, whatever sound you like to play. I'm an improv player, where I just hear the universe. Like right now, in the quiet of the backyard, I'll play a certain sound. But if I hear music, I'll just listen to the music and I'll throw in beats where I don't overpower the song. I just add a little flavor to it. That's percussion to me. Not everybody has that same feeling. Some people's improv it only has to be within the improv of the melody of the certain group they're in. I play improv to the universe, and so it's not always completely in beat, let's say, to some people that are playing a certain beat, African or Latin or whatever. I'll throw in some beats and it's not in tune to them because they want it to be in tune to their music, just that style, where I'm playing to the whole. So it's just a matter of different strokes, Sly and the Family Stone, remember from the 60s? Different strokes for different folks. So what I do, if a kid can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, that's all they can do in the very first couple lessons. Then you can send them to a regular percussion school where they start out that beat. If a kid can go, the minute he picks the sticks up in his hand or her hand, my method is this. There's 3 key elements. That's innate ability, as far as I'm concerned. Being able to do that drum roll immediately with these sticks. That's innate ability. So I'll say to the student, what kind of music do you want to play? What's your style? They tell me. I find the teacher, this is the work I used to do, I find the teacher that likes to teach that particular style. The third element is the student brings in the music. They have to bring the music that inspires them. The teacher and me, as the evaluator, I do not know that. You've got to bring the music, the student has to bring the music that they really, really want to play drums to. So those 3 elements come into play. Innate ability, the music inspires them, and then the teacher is going to inspire them. Because what happens is, they turn the music on, they got the sticks in their hand, and in front of them is a teacher who starts out with specific beats to that particular style of music. I've seen it thousands of times since 1971. That's 48 years. Where students will be like a deer in the headlight. They will watch the teacher, and all of a sudden they're into that beat. They can do that specific beat. The next day, the teacher's gone and the music's not playing. They think, wow, I was in that groove so good that the next day they think they can just get it. The greatest of the players, the greatest of the students can. Most of them, because the music's not playing and the teacher's not there, they really can't bring that back. And that's mainly because music is medicine. And when you take the medicine, like listening to the music, that's medicine. Music is medicine to the soul. You put music on, it makes you certain moods. You can change your mood. You know, most everybody that's watching this knows that you can change your complete mood by just listening to a song. So eventually, over time, that's going to happen. That you're going to be able to like recreate that at the time. So now, if their choice happens to be they want to play improv, well then I'd be the teacher. Besides being the evaluator, I would be the teacher, because that's my style, as I said. So you can go. Now this is my backyard. It's peaceful and quiet here, so I'm influenced by playing to a woodpecker. Probably can't pick it up with the Now I'm sure that I'm influenced by certain styles all my life. I started out with rock and roll, jazz when I was 14 years old. I don't really know but I don't like consciously say I'm going to play this particular beat. It obviously I'm influenced, so it's going to be in there, all different styles. So that's basically it. So like I said, if you go to freedomsong.net, now what I do is, like if you live in thousands of miles from here and you're watching this video, you don't need to meet, if you already know that you have that innate talent, you don't really need me to be evaluating you anymore. You already know you got it. So you go find a teacher. Now the teacher has to be, like in the area that you're at, you find a teacher. Some teachers don't like to teach when the student is just a basic player, like having to have the patience of going from here to get them to here. It takes patience. Some players like to take kids that have that innate ability and just fly away with them, and the student flies away. Not only do you have to be like, some people can be great teachers and not really that great of a player, where some people are great players and just don't want to teach. You have to find somebody that likes your style and also likes to take you on a journey. Like I remember once time we were playing with this about 4 of us were sitting around, and this one guy was like far and away better than all of us. And you know, we 3 of us, we couldn't really like keep up or keep the boot, you know. So finally I just said to him, I said, you either gotta like just give us a performance, or you gotta come back and get us. Just like that's what it came to me. That's when I was with those African players. I said that I would be at level 6 when I first started. They'd be at level 20. They came back and got me at level 6, brought me to level 7, 8, and 9, and 10. I would fall back and they would take me again. They did it all through sound. They weren't talking like I'm talking to you now. I just putting this into a format from that. So you have to get, like the guy laughed, and he realized it. Yeah, come on back and get us. And so we can have, because the definition of a drum circle is everybody listens to everybody. That's the most healing type of drum circle. You can be into all kinds of drum circles. Like in Friday night here in Nashville, they have one where everybody lets their yayas out, but people don't, it's the loudest drummers usually get heard. But you can be in a drum circle immediately when, like if the music's in a 4-beat and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you only hit it on the 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. To the great drummers around, like if you were in a drum circle and that's all you did is hit it on that 1, you're going to be what they call a metrodome. I think that's how you pronounce it. Where it's a click, click, click. So the great drummers will play off that click. Just like in basketball, you can't double dribble or you throw the game off. You only have to hit it on the 1 because the music's coming around. Music is like always comes back around to the 1, whether it's 5 beat, 6 beat, 7 beat, 8 beat. 1, 1. So you can be in a drum circle immediately and get a tremendous healing because you're in this circle. There's a circle of people, and the heart, all the drummers are sitting there, and you're going to feel that all those great drummers are going to come back through your hands and into your heart. And the soul that your body's connected to is going to feel it. And so you can be in a drum circle immediately just by remembering the 1. One of the key things with drumming is listening as much as you play. A lot of drummers, you have to really like, if you want to be in a drum circle, you have to listen to the other drummers. And from 47 years of playing, I'm here to tell you that if you get 3 drummers in front of you in a circle, just 3, and you listen to all those 3, and you add a 4th one in while you're listening to those 3, it takes focus. It takes listening. And it really, and one of the great things in my eyes as far as being an improvisational player, like if you played a song where, you know, where people start out singing a song and then the other people, they go on to the second verse and then the second person starts the first verse again, so it's a continuation of somebody starting and going on and then come back around and stuff. You don't really have to listen to what anybody's doing. You just have to know where your part is, and you come in. To play improv, there's nothing like that at all. You have to listen to be an improv player because you have to. You want the audience or people around you, just anywhere, your park bench or the beach. You want people to be hearing that you're all together. It means you got to listen, and so. It's just really beautiful to be in a drum circle where everyone's listening. There is a healing that you have to experience it. I could sit here for the next 20 minutes and try to explain it to you. It's like one of those things, like anything else, not anything, many things in life. It has to be experienced to be able to really see the value. Alrighty, I think that'll be it on that blog, and we'll see you next time.